Natal. Today is 2/10/9. Just to do a little recap because I wasn't here yesterday. My apologies, y'all. But on the day of 2/9/9, we had the day of 9, which was the day of harvest, completion, the utopia energy, being generous, being tapped into our sacral chakra. We put that in the month of 2 of balance, harmony, truth, and righteousness that brought us to the number of mastery. So we were mastering what we gave birth with as well as our wisdom yesterday. And then we put that into the year of 9, harvesting with that mastery of 11 that we had. And that brought us to wisdom in our cipher. So yesterday was a day of wisdom. So let's chat about today, right? Um, Today we are starting the day on the 10, which is Malkuth, our earthly energy. We're in our earthly realm of the day. Also dealing with knowledge in our cipher that brings us to the physical earthly realm. One also deals with Aries Ogun energy. This is the gut that controls the mind, and everything starts with a thought. Moving gratitude in this space and time. Hey, Denny. Hey, Camille. And so, yeah. We're going to take that gut controls the mind and we're going to put that into the 2. So we have knowledge. We're going to bring it to the wisdom. And what does that do? That brings us to understanding. We're on the 3s. This is creation, emotions, expression. Oh, coming back to the 1-0. The letters for today on the 1 is AJS. Taking initiative, tapping into that cardinal leadership energy is key, right? So, yeah, now we're in the understanding, right? Emotions, creation. Third house is Gemini, a house where we could be all over the place. The goal is to be focused and have that discipline and order, in the midst of all of our, desires and interests and woo woo wow. Community and communication is key today because we're going to put that 3 into the 9. We're going to put that understanding into the year of the harvest. This is the year of you reap what you sow. So like you're going to reap it. If you guys haven't already noticed the pattern, everything we put into the 9, we get right back. So we're going to put the 3 into the 9. We're going to get 1 and 2 right back. We're going to get 3 right back. Okay. So today's a day of knowledge, wisdom that brings us to understanding. Today could be a very emotional day. Today's a day. Shout outs to my 3 life pathers. This day is for y'all. 3, 6s, and 9s. You guys are going to have fun time expressing yourself. Actually, all you numbers, work on expressing yourself. My 1, 4s, and 7s, I know you guys have a difficult time. Y'all got a little trust issues and y'all like to keep stuff in a box. But my 1, 4, 7 life pathers, learn how to express yourself, learn how to get into with your emotions. That'll help you with the things that you're trying to manifest into your space. My 8s, everything can't be transactional. So just learn how to express without expectations of reception. My 3, 6s, and 9s, this is y'all playground. My 11s and my 2s, you guys already know what to do. Y'all just going to master this 3. Master your ability to create, master your intellectual self. My 11s and my 22s. Well, 22 is kind of like a 4, so y'all pretty good. But my 11s, y'all kind of like be all over the place. Get in tune with your emotions, tighten up a little bit. And then my 33s, you guys mastering your emotions, assist other people in mastering theirs. Peace to the goddess. Hey, Sachin. Hey, Agila. Hey, Chino. Hey, Robert. Peace to the gods. All right, so 3 is associated with the letter C, L, and U. C is fire, taking action on the things, and we love it here. The letter L is, I want to say that is water, your intuition, and the letter U is earth, bringing it into fruition on the physical realm of things. Now we're going to read the Netaroos with the number 3. You already know we're dealing with the energy of Bina, which is understanding. This is Saturn vibes. Saturn day and the comedic deities. This is Seker or Ta or Kapiri. And Canaanite is Zakael. And Yoruba is Babalao. And Hindu Kush is Kali. The colors are indigo and black. The number is 13. That's the knowledge on the expression is heavy here. The gems for today is blue, sapphire, onyx, and lead. And the herbs for the bath are Artemisia vulgaris, Jerusalem tea, and bitter broom. The oils is myrrh and cypress. The incense is myrrh, cypress, and southernwood leaves. The spiritual hakao or words of power is kring, Kring. The planetary is ong, prang, pring, prong. We'll chant this at midnight, which kind of already passed. My bad, y'all. The spiritual direction is the east, and the Monday direction is the southeast. As far as the personality portfolio goes, the energy of the 3 has on your emotional self some positive traits, which is being stable, sober, steadfast, reserved in speech, thrifty, studious, austere, steadfast in relationships, reliable, appreciative of structure and limitations, patient and hardworking. That's what the Saturn does for us. Some negative traits that this 3 of Bina can bring is being morose, depressed, covetous, jealous, mistrustful, suspicious, a liar, malicious, miscontent, timorous, miserly, unappreciative of structure, and limitations. Unsympathetic, stubborn, inhibited, phobias, mistrustful, unadaptive, separative, envious. So be mindful of that overactive Saturn energy. You want to focus on your Saturn, your Capricorn, and your 10th house placements today. If you feel yourself being overactive or underactive, this is the space of your root chakra as well as being in the three. So focusing on your stability, on that third chakra as well is heavy here. Some positive aspects on your mental traits: suppression of thought processes through deep concentration, resulting from perfection in the meditation system, leading to the ability to awaken the direct units of spiritual power, which is the Netaru, the deities or the spirits. So we learn a lot about deities, mythology and stuff like that. They're personifications of your own internal energy. So keep that in mind when you're reading the stories. This is what happens when certain energies within yourself is overactive or underactive. Kind of like an Osmosis Jones type situation. Like we're looking at personifications, but we know that these are our body cells and stuff like that, right? Also, another positive trait is enter in attunement with the spiritual forces that are in charge of the orderly unfoldment of events in the world. Good powers of planning, organizing, hence appreciative structure of limitation. Some negative mental traits is a lack of concentration, poor planning, absence of plans, unappreciative of structure and limitations. As far as the social correspondences, the careers that are on the forefront today are elderly persons, property owners, farmers, miners, subway workers, funerary industry, priests and priestesses skilled in the use of words of power. As far as the spiritual portfolio and function goes, imposition of the divine law from within by deities and spirits, destiny, success in life, organization, structure, cycles, hierarchy, phases, limitations, delays, and obstructions. Hi, Kayla. Spiritual function: no two things can occupy the same place at the same time, y'all. Divine law and order therefore guarantee all things their day in the sun. The coming into being and the unfolding of all events in life are controlled by spiritual forces for the sake of maintaining order in the world. The spiritual forces maintain order in the world by organizing all things and their parts into the hierarchy of place and time. Regarding life events, we therefore do not make up the plans that we will follow, but seek to intuit the spiritual structure controlling the events in our life as ordained by the spirits. Incidentally, these structures are patterns that are woven into the energy or matter substratum are analogous to the patterns that are formed when sound vibrations are deployed over the surface of water. They have been reproduced in many cultures and are known as vevas or yantras. People with a well developed ability to concentrate, which enables them to intuit the spiritual structures underlining events, are said to be good planners. They also have the capacity to accept and appreciate the limitations that these structures impose on their thoughts, emotions, and actions. As these structures guarantee each thing its time and place for manifesting by maintaining order, these people are successful in their lives. Those who lack the ability or inclination to concentrate deeply enough to intuit the underlying structures either fail to plan or lack the capacity to accept and appreciate structures and limitations. Thus, they run into what they interpret as obstructions, delays, etc., and lacking help from other spiritual quarters, end up with miserly existence as they live like trains trying to run without staying on the track. So, being mindful of that. And we love it here, right? Pay attention to your cycles today. Promotes success, preservation, steadfastness. Be mindful of stubbornness. Be patient. Be present. Methodical attention to tedious details. Take a breath when you experience delays and denials and obstructions. It's for a reason. Sobriety, pessimism, caution, inhibition, scruples, restraint, good organization and planning. Abiding by constitution and bylaws. Slow at arriving to a conclusion by being thoughtful. Stop, ponder, and meditate. Okay. Yeah. And so that's what we have here for this day at 3 as far as the Netaroos go. And we love it here. Thank you, Gabrielle. I appreciate that. So we went over the numerology, the mathematics, and the Netaru. So let's get into the astrological astronomical report. To remind you guys, I was not here yesterday. So let's start with yesterday, which is 2/9. We had Mercury was at superior conjunction, which was behind the sun. That happened at 6:52 a.m. They were like literally on top of each other at 20 degrees. Oh, man. Oh, no, it's here. Yeah, they were in 20 degrees Aquarius. I had to double check myself. The moon and Mars were also in conjunction yesterday. You know, Mars is over there in the Gemini constellation, but it's in Cancer on the tropical scale. So in our thought process, we're on that nurturing home and family, you know, feminine matriarchal energy. And, you know, Mars being that solar plexus chakra, having control, confidence, and courageousness. Mars also deals with fire. So, you know, a lot of you guys, peace to the tribe that's dealing with fires to their home. And that's another space of new beginnings, pre-gaming us for the things that, you know, we're making space for during the Aries Ogun season, the New Year's for a lot of you guys. But the moon and Mars were, you know, in alignment with that, giving us introspection of our, you know, home and family and our community. Because being in Gemini constellation, Gemini deals with the community, communication, you know, being versatile and flexible, but also being focused, you know. So it's kind of like a master of one, but dibble dabble in the sum. And we love it here, right? The moon and Castor were also a minimal angle yesterday evening. The moon and Pollux were also a minimal angle yesterday evening as well. So we had the moon just flying through the Gemini constellation for us yesterday. It was all happening in the eighth house of power and transformation and rebirth, you know, in the solar plexus chakra. So, like, let's get into today's astrological astronomical report. We start the day off with a 94% waxing gibbous moon. One more day to the full moon, y'all. We love it here. Moon rising at 3:27 p.m. and setting at 6:07 a.m. Now, tropically in our mindset, we are in Cancer energy. So again, we're still in that space of like home and family, nurturing, matriarch energy, our emotional selves, you know, and our energy, our Draconic chart is also there too. So not only is our mind there, but so is our spirit. Reef, you're funny. And our energy exchanges and happenings, we have the moon sitting over there in Gemini. All this is happening in the ninth house of expansion and abundance. So, you know, a lot of like joy, optimism, togetherness, trying to create a utopia for our home and family can be in the forefront of a lot of you guys' minds. And we love it there. And so to get into the nakshatra, we are in the seventh nakshatra right now, which is I can't read my handwriting, so give me a second because I'm gonna just read it up here. um, da 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 da. Diamonds and pearls. The Punarvasu is a seventh nakshatra. It goes from 20 degrees Gemini to 3 degrees Cancer. It's ruled by Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, wisdom, and growth, and is symbolized by the bow of Lord Rama or two quivering arrows. The moon's placement here generally occurs in the latter half of Gemini or the early portion of Cancer, making it a transition from intellectual and curious energy to emotional, nurturing energy. The symbol being a bow and arrow, it shows the energy of recovery, renewal, and returning to a previous state of balance. The deity is Aditi, the mother of gods. This is the goddess of cosmic abundance and renewal. And she embodies the nurturing qualities of the universe, providing, thank you for the likes on the screen. I see you over there on TikTok, providing sustenance, protection, and the chance for recovery and rebirth. Jupiter is the planet of growth, wisdom, expansion, and benevolence. It rules this nakshatra, bringing optimistic, expansive, and nurturing energy. Excuse me. Some positive traits of this nakshatra is renewal, restoration, and growth. It embodies the ability to bounce back. Some negative traits is clinging to the past or over reliance on the support of others. You know, trying to stick to what's familiar, being over protective and cautious. You know, the overall theme here is rebirth and renewal. So keep that in mind as you're going through different things for today. You may feel a strong desire to heal emotional wounds and reconnect with your family and reestablish balance in your life, because while you know Gemini deals with your family, your inner city area and stuff like that, and then Cancer deals with your actual home and family. So we're still in that familial realm and you know things of that nature. People may feel more inclined to nurture their loved ones, especially in times of need, and may feel need to be more emotionally connected with other people right now. So in your fields. Hey, Davi. Peace from the States, all the way in Brazil. We love it here. All right, so that's what the moon is doing for us today. Sunrise at 6:58 a.m. Remind you guys, I'm on the East Coast. Sunset at 5:29 p.m. Now, in our thought process, as well as on the Draconic chart, so We are in Aquarius energy. They're about 1 degree apart. So our mind and our soul are in alignment. We love it here. So be mindful of your thoughts. We talk about this all the time because your thoughts are affecting your aura and how you're absorbing things and your spiritual stuff and all that fun stuff like that. And that's why there's a lot of people, places, things, situations, and ideas out here trying to pull on your thought process and trying to take up all your thought space and all that fun stuff, because they know that if, they can implant some things in your thoughts and things, that it'll start to come to be in your auric body and the events, especially when the collective comes together and collectively thinks of the same things, it makes it so. So you guys be mindful, be your own authority when it comes to your thoughts. In our energy exchanges, we have Capricorn. We're at a 26 degree in Capricorn in the fourth house. So the sun is still in Capricorn constellation for about 4 more days. And so we move in gratitude here. So while our mindset is on being revolutionary, unique, in that fourth house of home and family and nurturing things, our energy exchanges on Capricorn, dealing with the limitations, the long-term planning of how we want to, carry out our home and family. Who's the authority of your home and family? The resources, the boundaries, that all that stuff. Now, in the Hindu calendar, with the sun being in those placements, we're going to talk about it. We are in Kumbha, which is Aquarius energy, and then Makara, which is Capricorn energy. And I'm going to read it to you. So Makara is the Capricorn. That's the goat. You guys know that it's ruled by Saturn energy. Thank you for the compliment. The traits are being disciplined, ambitious, practical, and patient. Capricorns are hardworking and value structure, stability, and success. They're often focused on long-term goals. So this is what's happening in our mindset as well as our aura. The ruling deity is Shani, which is Saturn. And that energy is associated with discipline, hard work, material success, determination, responsibility, and being ambitious. Shani teaches life lessons through patience and perseverance. Again, that's the events. That's the constellation that we're in. I don't know if I said the opposite earlier. My apologies. But in our mindset, the tropical chart, as well as in our auric body, which is the Draconic chart, we're in Kumbha, which is Aquarius, the water bearer. And it's also ruled by Saturn, so it's still ruled by Shani, as well as Uranus in modern astrology. Some of the traits here is being innovative, independent, idealistic, and a humanitarian. Aquarians are known for their originality, forward-thinking ideas, and desire to improve society. Lord Shiva is here, and Lord Vishnu. Aquarians are also associated with it being innovative. Preservers. Lord Vishnu is the preserver of the cosmic order. Lord Shiva is the Lord of time and transformation. And they also govern their connection to the future and unconventionality. Thank you, Costa or Costa. Hey, Victor. Peace, y'all. And so that's what the sun is doing for us, all up in the fourth house, right? In our house of home and family, nurturing and emotional selves. And we move in gratitude, right? The east side of the moon, Mare Crisium, is in view at 1 a.m. That happened already. The moon and Pollux are in conjunction at 1:13 a.m. The moon will be 2.5 degrees south. That's the star and the Gemini constellation, giving us that energy of being, that sense of duality of being a warrior as well as being nurturing. Because even though like the Abeji twins or the Gemini twins were warriors, they still loved each other and they had a sense of loyalty and pride. Vesta and Zubin El Janubi are in conjunction at 4:04 a.m. Vesta is 8.7 degrees north. And let me pull out my big book that I should have pulled out when I was sitting here chatting. You're eating eggs. Eggs are fun. I haven't had eggs in a while. But Zubin El Janubi is a star in the Libra constellation. It hinders journeys. It's located in the southern scale or the southern claw, because Libra and Scorpio, they kind of share some stars there. The redemption of captives. Zubin al Janubi gives off the energy of Saturn and Mars, so a lot of restriction and control is happening there. Vesta is the star that rolls over your passion like self, right? So this could either work against you or for you. It depends on how you want to utilize that EMF. But with Vesta rolling over what you're passionate about, Zubin El Janubi is going to give you the restrictions and the order, while Mars gives you the confidence and courageousness to bring that into the physical realm, right? But if you're not in tune with that energy, you should what do you say? Like you might experience like the restrictions and limitations, creating delays and obstructions for you, and that might mess up with your confidence and courageousness and what it is that you're choosing to do, what it is that you're patient about, rather than taking a breath and realizing this is just calling on you to be a little bit more patient, and everything will find its time and place. Hey Romeo, how you doing? I'm born September 29th. Really? I was born September 19th. Gang. Oh, you're a Libra, but gang. Hey Mahoney. I'm in huge debt. What should I do? Discharge that shit. You better call them and be like, are we talking about like credit debt, or are you talking about you get bills in a month? That's two different debts. It's two different conversations. Mercury and Deneb Al Jeld are minimal angle at 5:10 p.m. Mercury is zero point 0.6 degrees north northwest. Conjunction at 8:12 p.m. Mercury is zero point 0.6 degrees north. And no, this is not visible as Mercury is still kind of in conjunction with the sun. So it's kind of like in its new Mercury phase, if you will. Hey Ganesh. Um, so that star, Deneb Jeld, is in the Capricorn constellation. It's located at the tail of the goat. This brings happiness. It gives off the energy of Saturn and Jupiter. So we're still getting that restriction and that authoritative energy, but we're being more abundant, optimistic, and generous about it in this space. So, to my Mercurians in the realm, you might feel like a little jolt of joy. We love it here. Hold on to it. This gives off the energy of being dignified, pious, and conservative. Thank you for the follow, Mahoney. Peace to the God. Uranus is at best evening visibility of the year today. Also, the equation of time, which is the sundial minus the watch time, is at an extreme value of negative 14 minutes, 13 seconds. So the sun's transit is actually pretty late today, around 12:13 p.m. Ceres. Ceres is the asteroid that rolls over our agriculture energy. What do you need to be nourished or nurtured? And all that fun stuff. And so Ceres is sitting over there, entering Aquarius constellation. So now it's in alignment with it being in Aquarius zodiac. So we're being revolutionary. We're doing things that's never been done before. Mom and daughter relationship is also heavier. But yeah, we're dealing with agriculture, nourishment. Mother-daughter relationship in your own mothering role, family relationships, food, agriculture, transitions in a female's life, nurturing qualities you receive as a child and give as an adult. This is Ceres is like a connection of Virgo and Scorpio. What one will destroy in their path to regain what is lost. The shadow aspect of this could be either abusive or abandonment is heavy here, but we're experiencing that, and being innovative, revolutionary, unique, and we love it here over there in Aquarius space. It's definitely healing energy there with Ceres and Aquarius, so heal those wounds. We do have like a really cool alignment today. You guys already know that we're dealing with the line across the sky with the celestial bodies, going from Aquarius to Pisces, Aries, all the way to Gemini and stuff. But we do have the sun at 26 degrees Capricorn, fourth house. So that 2 and 6 balance and harmony with the sense of equality that brings transformations. So the home and family is dealing with restrictions and things of that nature in our experience. Mercury is sitting over that 26 degrees Capricorn as well. Mind you, we're talking about the constellation. This is the Vedic chart. So we're invoking and we are, putting that in our routine and our order with the restrictions and limitations. Authority itself is key here. So it's self-discipline, right? Ceres is at 29 degrees, before it enters in Aquarius later on today. So you have Ceres like 3 degrees away. And then we have Pallas at 2 degrees at the top of the Capricorn constellation. Now, Pallas is the genius-like qualities in yourself you may overlook. Pallas is over there sitting in the 5th house, so go to your inner child. And tap into, that inner child energy about, what were you good at? You know what I'm saying? That is the theme for the Capricorn. They're setting a tone as they're only in 2 degrees Capricorn. Eros is at 3 degrees Capricorn. So, bringing the restrictions and the limitations and things into that Capricorn energy, so that we could take our thoughts and our heart, what we want to attract in our vortex. The physical world has a lot of restrictions and laws and orders with the physical realm. So, you got this big idea and it got to come through this funnel so it can come down in the physical, right? So that is that for there. So that's the astrological astronomical report. So let's get into the calendar of the things. You're Indian. That's awesome. I want to go out in India. I just found out my Mercury's in Virgo. Really, mine is too. My Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus are all in Virgo. They love it there. Oh dang, y'all gotta leave that stuff alone. I'm out of here. Jesus is king. Yeah, Jesus is king. Jesus is a dope individual. We've had plenty of Jesuses, throughout time. There's nothing new under the sun. And when you get into the story of Jesus, uh, you know, Jesus wasn't too far off from the things that I'm saying. He was indeed a wizard, a wonderful Wizard of Oz. Why are so many black women doing tarot? Please explain. Because first of all, I'm not black. I don't like the word black. We gonna nip that in the bud real quick. And second of all, hey Ryan, we're doing tarot. We don't have to do tarot really. We're very intuitive beings. We don't need tarot. We could utilize, hey, peace, Enoch. We could utilize our spiritual self. The tarot is just the visualizations. They're pretty looking cards or whatever to express what we already know. I'm not African American either. So, like, yeah, we're not going to do any of that. Yeah, thank you, Romeo. None of that over here. We're not going to play those games. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of that. If you don't want to bother to get to know the culture, that's fine. Okay, so getting into the ancient Kemetic calendar, we're in the month of Makir. This is during the season of Peret. So in the ancient Kemetic calendar, we get 3 seasons a year. Each season gets 4 months. Each month gets 30 days. Okay, and the 30 days is divided into decans, right? And so the decans is like 10-day weeks. We are officially in the second decan of the month. So this is the decan of harmony, balance, truth, and righteousness into, what we embarked on, what we got knowledge on during the first decan of the month. We're starting to gain our wisdom as we implement the things. We are in the month of Makir. This is the season of Peret, which is the growing season. This month goes from, we started it yesterday in February 9th, and we're taking it till March 9th. The zodiac sign is Shu. The ruling deity of this month is Horus or Ra. Horus is the personification of Ra. And they're Egyptian gods whose eyes are associated with protection and power. The eye of Horus represents protection from evil, while the eye of Ra represents fear, right? Characteristics is the growing season continues with agricultural activities like planting, sowing, and ripening of crops. Because once upon a time, horoscopes were used solely for agricultural means. Like, we know when it's time to do certain things. We know when the nature is going through certain cycles and stuff based upon what's going on in the stars. So as below, above, so below. And then we're learning the within and without, because there's certain cycles that your body is going through under certain stars and the moon phases and this, that, and the third. A lot of different sciences, a lot of different philosophers, theologians, mathematicians all use astrology. I don't know when we got into the separation of the sciences and the astrology being separated from the sciences, but somehow, some way we got there. But your favorite mathematician, your favorite philosopher, psychologist, all those people all got their information from astrology. It's some type of shape, way, or form. Okay. I'm not a race. Race was coined in 1774. I'm not a race. I'm none of these labels that you want to call me. So let it go. Okay? I'm here. I exist. Right. Hope you feel better, Aurora. Cause that sucks. I hate to cut myself. So, in the Hebrew calendar, we get into Shavat. We are in the month of Shavat. And let's talk about that a little bit. So this goes from January to February. The key holiday for this month is the New Year for the trees. That's during the 12th of February. So we're going to celebrate the Tu B'Shvat on the 12th of February. Shavat marks the beginning of the rainy season in Israel. It's the month of growth and renewal, symbolizing the fruit-bearing season in the spiritual sense. The 15th of Shavat is celebrated, we know, and that is the 12th of February on the Gregorian calendar. Shavat represents growth, renewal, and connection to the land. The holiday of Rosh Chodesh marks the beginning of Shavat each year, which is the lunar new year. That's the second new moon we experience after the winter solstice. So coming into the planetary year forecast, you guys know we're in the year 2025. Wisdom in our cipher and wisdom in our power. This year is being brought to us by, the vibes of Mayat on the twos, or Jupiter on the twos, being Chokma energy and the Merkaba, and five being Herakuhuti. Five also dealing with the solar plexus chakra, your space of power. So last year we did 2024, which was heavy on Maya energy. We experienced a lot of transformations that year of 8 through the waters of Maya, dealing with Chesed and Olukun, Neptune, Pisces energy. So now in this year we're dealing with a lot of fire, whether it's due the twos of Jupiter, but also dealing with Mayat water energy. But then five is Herakuti, that's Mars Ogun vibes. So this is the year of 9, which is the year of gold, being passionate, interesting, and faithful people, attracting many people, being generous and kind. Cultivating long-lasting relationships is heavy here. Love of luxury and spending money, ambition and willpower is also heavy energy here. This is the year of the Jubilee. This is the year of Jupiter. We love it here. The wealth of amber is the African horoscope. We began this energy on February 4th. We're here till March 5th. Blesses the natives with a sense of morality as well as rebellion, and giving unique instincts. Adventurous but not methodical or organized. Being highly passionate about material goods can make those be easily lost. Okay? I see y'all in the comments. I got y'all in a second. Native American is the otter. This is from January 20th to February 18th. This is the butterfly clan, so this is air energy, demanding bliss and help, inviting us to behave like children, have fun, and accept the flow of life. Strength to smooth out any circumstances. As far as the Druid or the Celtic calendar, we're in the energy of Rowan. This is the thinker. The animal is the green dragon. The stone is peridot. And being original, keen, a visionary, morale, free thinker, naturally creative people. And then people in this energy always seek harmony and balance. They're very romantic and always need love to complete their happiness. We are in the year of the wood snake, y'all. We started this on the Lunar New Year, January 29th. A period of transformation, creativity, wisdom, and unpredictability, flexibility, and diplomacy. Opportunities amongst challenges are heavy here. Physical vitality and passion is also a big keyword here. So that is the horoscopes for the energy we're in. So getting into the week, we are still in the energy of Amun Ra. We're here until tomorrow. Amun Ra is the king of the gods, right? Being optimistic, a great leader, and also being controlled and polite is heavy here. In the Hebrew calendar, we're in Yom Shini, so we're going to get into that. Race always exists, even from Egyptian period. You are wrong. No, I'm not. But go off. How is it dishonest? I don't know. You guys just be chatting over here. By your definition, I guess nobody is 100% pure any race. Everybody's agreed. A lot of stars aligned for me to be here in this space and time. So I'm not really interested in those kind of conversations. At what point in time y'all gotta let certain concepts go? They don't operate here anymore. They make no sense. They don't make any sense anymore. You guys can be fluid about your sexuality, but you can't be fluid about your nationality and your race and your community and stuff. I don't understand. Make it make sense. And that's at my actual bloodline. If you look at my family tree, I can actually show and prove that shit. So what are we talking about? Do you support LGBTQ? Um, that's a sticky conversation. I don't care for the mass community stuff y'all see on these screens, but love is love, and I support everybody in their personal decisions, and what you do in your bedroom is none of my business. It's like what I do in my bedroom is none of yours. Hey, Jonathan. What are you reading? My notes. As a healer myself, I'm canceling everything out, as you should. Sounds like you're reading info from different cultures. I am. Their perspectives are limited. I see. Leave the kids alone, though. I don't do anything with kids. Anyway, hey Tyree. My page literally is not for kids. Um, so we're in Yom Shini on the Hebrew calendar. So let's chat about it. This is the second day, Monday. The Hebrew calendar is pretty like straightforward. First day, second day, third day, because it goes by like the book of Genesis or whatever. But the spiritual significance on the second day, God separated the waters, which is Genesis 1:6 to 8. Unlike the other days of creation, the second day is not directly associated with a blessing in the Torah. It is a day of separation and division, symbolizing the idea of differentiation and balance in the world. Yom Shini is Monday. Some keywords for today is separation, balance, and division. Now, when we get into the Hindu calendar, today is the day of Samvar, which is ruled by Lord Shiva, the planet Moon. Lord Shiva is the destroyer and transformer in the Hindu Trinity, which is the Trimurti. He is also associated with meditation, asceticism, dance, and the destruction of ego. The Moon, which governs emotions and the mind, is linked to Lord Shiva, who is both the compassionate and terrifying god of regeneration and transcendence. Mondays are dedicated to worshiping Lord Shiva, and many devotees observe fasting and spiritual rituals on this day. Chanting mantras like the Om Namah Shivaya or Shiva Sahasranama is considered auspicious for seeking blessings of spiritual growth, mental peace, and liberation, which I advise for a lot of you guys in the comments. um, Going back to the forecast energy, you know the moon rules over the third eye chakra, and the third eye is ajna, command beyond wisdom. Is located between the eyebrows. It deals with the polarity of the outer self, which is the sun, which we experienced on Sunday, and the inner self, which is Monday, moon day, lunar day. Intuition, the mind energy center, foresight is heavy here today because it's moon day. We're dealing with the creative and spiritual side. On Sunday, we dealt with the logical and rational. Imagination is also. Now, the light element is a key here. F note for my musicians, the ma vowel sound for my Reiki healers, also him. I mean, not him, that's for the sun. Doom, DHUM for the moon, or we know that. 852 hertz is the sound for today, and color 490 to 450 in M. The moon is associated with all set. And the Merkaba, this is the ninth sphere or the Sephiroth, dealing with Yesod. Hey, Patrick. We're dealing with Cancer, Yamoja energy, as this is the internal side of the third eye. All set is the awareness of that of being, learning, healing, nourishing. Trance, the ninth sphere, worldly events, divine womb, and all that fun stuff. So we went over today's mathematics. We went over the gematria of today. We went over the Netarus for today. We've gone over the astrological, astronomical report. We went over the Hindu calendar, the Hebrew calendar, the ancient Kemetic calendar. We've gone over the Gregorian calendar. We have gone over the horoscopes for West African, Native American, Druids and Celtics, the Chinese, and ancient Kemetic. We did all of that. You know what I'm saying? So now let's get into the planetary hours. The planetary hours is being brought to us by the Chaldean order of planets and all that fun stuff. So if y'all got y'all pen and papers ready, let's get into it. Oh, y'all going in on here? I guess so. Anyway. Am I listing my resources? Baby, this is 20 years worth of resources. Like, I don't have to prove myself to y'all. Y'all don't have to be here. This is a choice. You guys sitting here and commenting, it actually helps me because you guys are running my comments up, but you don't have to be here. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to do any of those things. You can leave, and it wouldn't matter to me at all. I'm very confident in what I do. I've been doing it for about 15 years now. My research runs deep. Yeah, if you know, you know. If not, then whatever. It is what it is. Who loves orange soda? Kale loves orange soda. These people on YouTube be going in. Like, I don't understand. You don't have to be here. It is definitely a choice. You know? Anywho, so this is Monday. We're going to start the hour of Monday off. Monday, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., and 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. are the hours of the moon, right? And the moon represents emotions, intuition, and nurturing. The moon's hours are great for emotional work, home life, and activities that require compassion and reflection. And we talked about the moon being over here in Cancer, Gemini energy. So all of that is happy birthday, Juju. All of that is in alignment with our home and family nurturing self, as well as our community, and we move in gratitude, right? The hours of Saturn is from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturn rules over. Ooh, don't do that. Saturn represents discipline, structure, and limitation. Saturn's hours are best for hard work, focus, and long term planning. It's a good time for serious reflection or working on structures in your life, right? And we know Saturn is sitting over there in Pisces energy, helping us bring our limitations and our long-term planning to what's going on in our imagination. This is a great time to, move in gratitude with the authority of self. Like, if you can imagine it, then you can break it down into steps and make it happen. It's also happening in the fourth house of home and family. Now, Saturn is sitting over there in the Aquarius constellation. So while that's happening in our thought process and our energy exchanges, Saturn is in that revolutionary, innovative energy of Aquarius. So the things that you want to do have never been done before. You're the first person to do it. We move in gratitude for doing it. It's a great time here. The hours of Jupiter, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. We just exited the hours of Jupiter over here on the East Coast, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then 11 p.m. to midnight. We are in the hours of Jupiter. Jupiter also rules over long-term planning, but while Saturn deals with like the challenges, the obstructions, and the limitations and all that stuff, the discipline, Jupiter is more like into the growth of the thing. So when we're in the hour of Jupiter, it's expansion, abundance, and wisdom. These hours are excellent for studying and long-term planning from that optimistic, generous point of view on the things. And yeah, we love it there. So Jupiter is sitting over here in Gemini energy on our thought process, bringing that expansion and that abundance towards our community, our communication, our intellectual self. Being focused is key, y'all. It's going to be very easy to get into trying to be all everywhere, because fire and air, what does air do to fire? It makes it bigger, right? The fire needs air to breathe. So it can have you all over the place. Be mindful of overdoing it in the community realm, overextending yourself for different places, being fickle in your pursuit of trying everything all at once. That Jupiter loves to, adhere to the nervous system and the senses and stuff. Mars, but in the energy exchanges of things, Jupiter is sitting over there in the second house, which is Taurus. So it's providing that expansion and abundance to our wealth, our business, our facets of love, emotions, and forgiveness, right? And it's all happening in the eighth house of transformation. So transformations is happening as you tap into these energies, whether it's in your mental community or in the physical home and family and business. And may those transformations provide you with empowerment. We love it here. The hours of Mars, 3 a.m. So we're in Mars right now. It's probably why y'all acting like that over there. Thank you, Glove. I'll see the rest of the comments in a moment. The hours of Mars, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then midnight. We start Tuesday in the hour of Mars. Mars deals with action, aggression, and energy. These hours are good for assertion, physical activity, and combating obstacles. It's a good time for strengthening your willpower during the hours of Mars. And we know Mars mentally is sitting over there in Cancer energy. We talked about that a little bit because Mars and the moon, are hanging out together, your intuition and your motivational self. So, you might feel a little aggressive or assertive mentally when it comes to your home and family. We know a lot of new beginnings are happening to your home and family, and how you conduct those things. When the matriarch is in your space, your nurturing self, your compassionate self probably feel more motivated to, be in more spaces that cultivate that energy. What house is Mars sitting in? Mars is sitting in the ninth house of expansion and abundance. Mars is still in retrograde as well, so it's still moving slow, because we're still in the winter time. We're not in the New Year's or the spring yet, and it's all right. We patient, we present. It's gonna get there. Mars is sitting in that third house of Gemini in our energy exchanges, so new beginnings happening. And hey, trucker. new beginnings happening in our community, our communication and stuff like that. Further expanding on that Jupiter being over there in Gemini. So Mars and Jupiter are kind of like, sharing energies back and forth, being optimistic about a lot of the different things that are happening. Oh, Quadrivium is a great book. I love that book. Shouts to Greg. He bought me all those little books. Scientia, Trividium, all of those, and then the little wooden book. Shouts to him. I was able to save some of them from the fire. I definitely experienced Mars and Cancer. But yeah, so that's what we have happening there. The hours of the sun, 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 a.m., and 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., right? Those are the hours of the sun. So while like Mars is more about being aggressive and assertive with the energy, the sun is more like vitality and energy in that realm of things. Creative and self-expression. The sun's hours are good for starting new adventures, leadership, and activities that require confidence, which is over there in the root chakra of Aquarius and Capricorn. So, establishing your authority. Oh, it's King David. Hey, King David. My bad. Is establishing your authority over self, being revolutionary in how you, conduct that. Or some of you guys like to give authority up to other people, places, things, and situations outside of yourself. That's your business, whether it be your parents, your boss at your job, money, the feds, the government, football games. I don't know. Whoever y'all like to give y'all authority up to, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the sun is ruling over. That's what it's experiencing in, and it's all in your home and family, right? The hours of Venus is 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and then 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., right? Venus over there is, represents love, beauty, and harmony. Venus's hours are perfect for activities involving relationships, beauty, art, and relaxation, especially for my creators and my crafters. You guys like to make clothes and jewelry and music and stuff. This are the hours for you guys. Romantic activities is also a heavy year. So, he was like, I already got a card for you. So yeah, that's heavy there. So we know that Venus is sitting over there. I believe Venus just entered Aries in the zodiac. So in our mindset, we're having new beginnings, being confident and courageous about what we want to gravitate to in our vortex was beautiful towards us. Also being motivated in the space of business and love and stuff. Some of you guys like, I didn't want nobody all year long, but now I finally feel the urge to date or embark onto a career or do the different things. So you're starting to feel all those things happening. Now Venus is still sitting in Pisces and the constellations of things. So a lot of things that you guys are experiencing in your vortex of business and love and what you value, what you prioritize is all in alignment with that Pisces energy, which is, things hidden beneath the horizon, the Akashic records, subconscious, your dreams, anything hidden beneath the horizon. So a lot of deja vu happening, meeting familiar energy and faces, people, going through the actions of what's in alignment with their soul contract and what their spirit is supposed to be experiencing. That's a lot of the Venusian vibes. And then last but certainly not least, Mercury's hours are from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mercury's hours represent communication, intellect, and business. Mercury's hours are ideal for learning, writing, travel, and anything that requires communication and trade. And Mercury is sitting over there in solar conjunction, right? And Aquarius, Capricorn with the sun, right? Also, don't forget Pluto is over there as well. Pluto is at 2 degrees and Aquarius, Capricorn, creating those transformations. The rise and fall of the empires is what Pluto rules over. But yeah, so we're experiencing and invoking a lot of those transformations, empowerment. Mercury sitting over there in the 4th house with the sun. So, we're invoking and, getting into your habits and your routine and stuff like that over who is in the authority of your root chakra and your home and family. Like, who are y'all giving power to? Who is your authority? I am my authority. I don't really like to tell. I don't like people telling me what to do. That's one for certain. You know, I had did my astrology course earlier today, and I had communicated with everybody like, I'm a philosopher. I'm a theologist. Like when I was learning about these things in school and stuff like that, I wanted to be one of those. I didn't want to be somebody that just sits here and regurgitates information to y'all that I read in a book, because then that would be telling you that these people, these entities and their thoughts are my authority. And I don't like giving my authority away. Ask my parents about me. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I've been doing this for 20 years. And so this, what I spit out to you guys is a lot of experience, a lot of scientific analysis, and doing my own statistical analysis and research and stuff. I went to school, I learned how to do it, and I've been doing it, and I've been doing it ever since, and we love it here, right? So, John, I love you here because for someone that does not like me, you definitely have been here for a whole 50 minutes giving me all the comments, all the energy, and your years. Yes, I've been doing readings for 15 years. I've been studying for 20. I said that multiple times. You guys aren't even listening. You guys aren't listening at all. So let's get into the reading that I've been doing for 15 years, but I've been studying for 20, like I said. All right, so we are in the energy of Ru, which is protection. This is the number 4, balance and harmony. 4 deals with the root chakra, right? We talked about this already through and through with the sun and the moon and Pluto. Listening is a skill that not a lot of people have, and I understand that. I also get that that's why gifted and talented courses was only like 1 or 2 classrooms in the whole school. And I was there from Head Start all the way up until I graduated. And yeah, I get it. I'm not upset. The sun and Pluto is here, just like I said, the sun and Pluto giving us those experiences, transformation and empowerment in our root chakra. How you guys are moving about the things, moving in strength, realizing when certain obstructions or restrictions come into your space is either to delay you or redirect you because the direction you're going in is not, where it's at. So you take a deep breath, realize you're being divinely protected. I like the infinity symbol up here with the angels and stuff like that too, but also like this is a heavy strength here, and there is strength and confidence and courageousness in knowing that you are protected. The devil card is here. The devil card is indeed in reverse because some of y'all in here, y'all more so concerned with material things, and because of that you guys go through certain means to obtain those material things. Obtaining those material things in the realm of what do we call it? Like immoral means, if you will, allowing these things to control you and how you move. And that's not coming from a space of distrust, strength, and confidence. That's coming from a space of lack and poverty and scarcity. 1 of Wands is good news. Again, transformations to your energy, your actions with that Mars energy, which we do have sitting over there hanging around Jupiter in the 9th house, and Jupiter sitting over there creating new beginnings in the Gemini vibes, and Mars sitting over there in Gemini constellation. So we have that back and forth contact between the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. Being optimistic, being generous, keep moving forward. We love it here, right? Now, what parts of self to focus on while we're working on our confidence and courageousness, getting out of the space of scarcity that's making us move immoral, and having new beginnings to our actions and being optimistic in this realm, right? We are going to focus on our temperance, especially you guys over there in YouTube land. You guys going in. Your temperance is key here, your attitude. This is what really connects you to your connection with your reality, is your attitude, your mindset. How are you thinking things are? We talked about how the tropical chart is in divine alignment with the Draconic chart. So if you think it, you're creating it in your space, right? What you think on a regular basis is what you ultimately create in your space. You're putting it in your habits, your routine. It's not just about, oh, I'm a physical body doing the things. It's also, I'm a spiritual energy, and I'm thinking and I'm feeling and I'm attracting the things, right? This aligns with our Tippereth, going back to the Leo confident, courageous energy, because the sun, Leo energy, rules over the Tippereth. To get to the gods, you got to go through the sun. And then this also rules over the Yesod. So where you are in your heart, whether you're in this confident courageousness because you're divinely protected, or you're in the space of scarcity and being immoral, it's going to give birth. There's a connection between the Tippereth and Yesod. So where your heart is at is what you're going to give birth to in this place, right? We have Sagittarius here reminding you guys, be that confident, courageous energy. Sagittarius is that Jupiter 9th house energy I talked about with Mars, right? That taking new beginnings on your actions. That is the key here. So keeping that in mind is heavy. Prayer to the solar plexus chakra. Y'all down there, John, pray. You need to pray a little bit more. You need to work on your mindset and what you attract in your vortex so that you can stop projecting certain energies around to other people. Some of these people down here that are reading these things, y'all pray for y'all solar plexus chakra for protection so that we don't absorb and applicate these energies, because we don't need replication of certain kind of energies. We need replication of love. I talked about this heavy last week. Like, love is the strongest superpower we have, right? And so that's what we need to implement. That's what we need to create. That's what we need to spread more of. Even when you see somebody spreading like that anger and that hate and stuff like that, you got to know that it's bigger than you. I have no idea what John is going through in his daily life. I have no idea what Aurora is going through during their daily life. I have no idea, but I know for some reason they both felt the need to come here and spew a certain kind of energy, right? And so with that, we respond with love. I love y'all. I love y'all, and I'm sending y'all some good vibes, some positive vibes, and I hope that whatever y'all need, y'all get it, so that you guys don't keep moving from a space of scarcity and immorality when you communicate with people. You can move from a space of love, regardless of what material things you think constitute you as a better person. We don't want to move from that reverse devil card. It's not about material things. We are having a physical experience, but we're big energies nonetheless, right? And that's what's most important. Pleasant dreams when we move in love, isn't it? Because your vortex and what you do and how divinely protected you feel. I know when I'm feeling uneasy and my solar plexus chakra is all over the place, especially with Mars in Cancer right now, right? When your stuff is all over the place, your dreams get affected, your emotions get affected, because you don't feel like you're in control. You don't feel confident, courageousness. So what do you try to do? You try to go around other people. You try to control their energy. How dare you be so confident and courageous in your craft, and I'm over here, I'm over here grasping at straws trying to gather my confidence and courageousness. How dare you go over there and be so in control and poised when I'm over here feeling like I'm losing control of my life and the different things going around me. And you feel that way because you're coming from this devil card. You're worried about poverty and scarcity and being immoral and having, poor habit hygiene. You're not moving from this place. So when you see someone moving from this place, it triggers you, it angers you, and you keep pressing buttons because you want to see your reflection in that person. You don't want to see this. You want to see this because that'll make you feel better about you being here. And that's not my problem. That's none of my business. That's something that I hope that you guys learn to work on, especially with your solar plexus chakra. And remember that that is the reality that you guys are creating for yourself, not for me. Because I respond in love always. I'll always love you. Even when I'm screaming from the rooftops telling you to go fuck yourself, it's still out of love, baby. Go fuck yourself. But that's what I got for you today, my beautiful cosmic nobodies. I had an amazing astrological course today. It was a free masterclass that I gave out today. Shouts to the people that RSVP'd. Shouts to the people that showed up. The people that showed up get access to the recap for free. For those of you guys who still want to tune into my astrology course, I went over the planets, the houses, the zodiacs, the aspects, the history of astrology. I went over numerology, the degrees and minutes. We also read the charts together. We got into the different like shapes that you can make out with the charts and what the different things those mean and stuff like that. It was like a 2.5 hour course. And so that course, you guys can invest in that. I don't know where it'll be at. I'm still trying to figure out where I put it up at, but it'll be $44 for the course. I do have another master class coming up. That master class will be how to build your own tarot cards, and we will get into the history of the tarot cards. If you guys are religious and you guys want more Jesus centered, or Hebrew centered, or Hindu centered, or Netaru centered, I don't care. I'm going to show you all the different symbols and the letters and all the different things you can have on your tarot cards so that you can make the deck of your dreams. That master class is coming up when I don't know yet. I'm still having my conversations with Saturn and Capricorn, like, y'all know I don't want to plan too much, because my lesson here is learning that I can't control and plan everything, and some things I just need to learn how to flow, right? Because while my sun is in Virgo, my earthly self is in Pisces, so I'm trying to learn how to go with the flow. You hear me? So that's what I had for y'all today. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't even gonna bother to read these comments over here, because you guys are going in, and I don't have space for it. But I do appreciate you guys for tapping in. You guys reach out to me if you would like a personal reading. I do astrology chart readings, numerology chart readings, gematria readings. I could also do astrocartography if you want to know if you're trying to move somewhere, synastry readings, the whole nine. Right now, I'm doing a deal with personal numbers while I do the daily mathematics for us as a collective. If you want to know what that means for your personal numbers, reach out to me. That deal right now is $22. I'm also still doing life path and name readings for $22 as well. You guys can message me at Sunshine Monie L, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever is Sunshine MONIEEL, or you guys can email me at lesnobodies@gmail.com. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Yeah. So peace, y'all. Them people on